welcome to TD Place, everybody, here in the nation's capital for today's First Choice Air Cutters Ottawa 67's hockey broadcast between the aforementioned Ottawa 67s and the visiting Niagara Ice Dogs. I'm Jon Willemsen, and I'll be joined alongside by Ed Hand and John Chabot for the call of this one. Welcome to the OHL playoffs, everybody, and this series between the Ice Dogs and the 67s has possibly more intrigue than any of the other series on the first round slate, particularly because of how close these two teams were in the regular season. If you take a look right there, it was really a tale of 2 calendar years. In 2014, Ottawa won all 3 of those meetings, but in the one meeting in 2015 on March the 7th, Niagara took that one by 5 goals. Halfway through that penalty kill, we are still here as McEnany at the line has to pinch, try to keep it in. He's unsuccessful. Now here comes a one-on-one perhaps for Eric Bradford. Short-handed. Bradford cuts to his backhand, tries to get back to his forehand. Excellent one-on-one play from Roland McEwen to break that up. Now a 3-on-2 for the front next. Saucer pass out in front. What a stop from the pad of Lazar. There's another chance. And that one goes off the shoulder of Lazarev. McEnany on the pinch, unable to do too much. Now cross-ice pass, cutting off the lane. Bell, they find him. There's a shot. Lazarev makes another save. And there's another one-handed chance. Lazarev didn't have to stop that one. It just went wide. Here comes Lamico out in front. There's a shot that goes up over Lazarev's head. The 67's in all kinds of trouble here. Kingston applying the pressure. Backdoor pass. Policello had a one-time chance, but he was unable to corral the puck. McEnany loses the puck, and here comes Bradford short-handed in overtime. Partial breakaway in. What a defensive play from Jarkko Parikka to stop it, and they're going to call a penalty for Bradford. To the line for DeHaan once again. Now Konechny, top of the face-off circle. Backdoor, Bradford, first shot, scores! Eric Bradford, the overtime winner, and the 67s come back and win this game 5-4. What a game for Ottawa.
Will there be a Hail Mary in the 2014 Panda Game? Mills drops back, bombs it up. That's not going to have enough to get to the end zone. Up, it's tipped, and it's caught! Oh my God! Nate Bahar just caught the Hail Mary! Carleton, unbelievable! This is unbelievable! A Hail Mary in the Panda Game, and Carleton have won their first Panda Game since 1994!
I'm pleased to be joined now by Ottawa Red Blacks quarterback Henry Burris. Ottawa Red Blacks quarterback, has it sunk in yet?
You know, slowly it is. I tell you, this is a unique situation. It's rather exciting though, because for years of my life, being 17-year vet now, playing a long time in football, this one is quite unique due to the fact that we're starting something from scratch.
I'm joined now by Curtis Lazar, World Junior Champion, and current Ottawa Senator. Curtis, we mentioned World Junior Champion. Have you gotten tired of it, or are you still reveling in it?
I mean, it's never going to get old. I mean, what an experience, and I mean, that tournament was a lot of fun. Going out there, I mean, I guess the way that we won it too, the final game was pretty interesting, but all in all, I mean, it was an awesome experience.
Before you went, you said you didn't have much missing on your resume, but a World Junior Gold was one of those things. Did that provide a little bit more motivation entering the tournament for you?
Well, of course, but I mean, the motivation alone, I mean, trying to get Canada back on top, I mean, I think it was about 3 years until they won a medal and 5 since they won gold, so we really wanted to take it upon ourselves to end that streak, and I mean, to do it on home soil, it was awesome. I mean, I can't say enough about the awesome fans in Montreal and Toronto, and I mean, they really supported us to get that gold.
I'm pleased to be joined now by Ottawa 67's head coach, Jeff Brown. Jeff, first of all, congrats on a great opening season for you as the head coach. Are you a bit surprised by your team's success?
Maybe after starting 0-4, yeah. But we got a lot of character in that locker room. They've come together well and playing hard for one another. We've earned where we are.
You're from Nepean, Ontario. Born and raised, you're a local guy. What did it mean for you to get the call from Pat Higgins and find out that you had actually been named the head coach of the hometown team you grew up watching?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I was actually at the airport in St. Louis flying up here and for my mother's birthday. And Higgy called and said, any chance you'd come up and interview? And I said, well, it's fate maybe. I'm on my way up there right now. I can come in tomorrow. And so, we talked for the next 2-3 weeks and flew back and met with Jeff Hunt, and so it was pretty special.
And Indiana, the team that you coached in the USHL, unfortunately folded. Did it seem kind of like fate? You mentioned that word, that when that team folded, one door closes, another door opens here in your hometown?
Yeah, I guess. I was really planning on just being a dad. My one boy is playing in Windsor, and I have a little guy that I was planning on coaching. My daughter was in Arizona. I was just kind of planning on taking a year off and enjoying my kids a little bit. And then this opportunity came, and I couldn't say no to it.
The NHL inked a new 12-year, $5.2 billion broadcasting deal with Rogers. Now, many are wondering what will happen to Bell-owned TSN after losing its national hockey rights. I sat down yesterday with NHL on TSN host and Carleton journalism alum James Duthie to talk about the Rogers deal and a Q&A he had at Carleton Friday night. What was it like to go back to your alma mater and get to talk to the students?
It brought back a lot of memories of what it was like back then when you're about to embark on your career and you have no idea where it's going. And I, like most students, I had no idea where I was gonna end up, but I'm pretty glad I ended up here. And the questions were great from everybody. It was a really fun time.
I'm sure plenty of questions at your Carleton Q&A were focused on Rogers' new $5.2 billion agreement with the NHL for broadcasting rights. What were your initial reactions when you found out about the news?
It was like a kick in the stomach at first. It was a shock. Of all the scenarios I'd gone through about the rights, this was not one of them. But you know what? You get back up off the floor and you say, TSN is not going anywhere. It is still going to be, we think, the primary voice of hockey commentary. Things like the quiz and insider trading aren't going anywhere. And we have a ton of other things. We're the home of all football and all the golf majors, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll be okay, but it was shocking.
Thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate talking to somebody like you.
My pleasure, buddy.